Hi there, folks. Welcome back to the Short and Stout Guys. We are the Short and Stout Guys. I'm Terry.
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, you know, everybody loves to go on vacation. And when you get done with the vacation, you paid all the bills, you know, what do you have left?
Memories.
You got your memories, absolutely. You might have a few things you picked up. You might have a t-shirt. You might have some toys that you got, you know, those kinds of things. But really, what you have left are your memories. And what helps your memories better than photographs? Pictures. You got to take the pictures. So what we're going to do today is we're going to run through Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Unfortunately, we can't do Epic Universe because Epic has not added a pass holder pass yet. Right? So hopefully they'll do that in the near future, Universal. But I think it might be a ways in coming. Anyway, we're going to run through both Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and let you know some of our favorite photo spots, and also just some of the things you may want to consider taking a photo of while you're in the two parks.
Absolutely.
Really recommend have that camera battery charged up, ready to go, because there are tons of photo opportunities. Now, we tried to do this video in one day. We tried to do it on Father's Day afternoon, and we got rained out.
Yeah.
Florida does that to you sometimes. Yeah. But we went back again, and I think we've got most of the photo spots and things covered. Anything we don't cover, mention it in the comments down below so that anybody else watching the video can get some ideas on it. Great ideas for where to take photos and what to take photos of. All right?
Sounds good.
Before we even get into the parks,
Yeah.
obviously both at Islands or at Universal Studios, we're going to start at Universal Studios, you got to get a picture with the ball.
The globe.
The globe, right? The Universal globe. Got to get a picture with that. You got to time it just right.
Yep.
Then you got to get a picture with the Universal Arch. Okay, as you're going into the park. Once you get into the park, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a right, and we're going to head down Hollywood Boulevard. All right? In Hollywood Boulevard, you got several different things that you can take a picture. There's going to be lots of characters here, usually.
Yeah.
They're generally there more in the early morning and early afternoon. And then as the heat of the day builds, they kind of disappear. But you got all kinds of characters. You got Marilyn Monroe. You got Betty Boop. Doc Brown sometimes makes an appearance here. You got the whole Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated gang.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll drive their vehicle out, and then it's parked there all day. You know that they're kind of doing their rounds in and out. Yep. You got Beetlejuice. And you even have the Simpsons in this area.
Yeah, which is kind of odd because you'd think they'd be in their own area.
In the
park,
Simpsons area, yeah.
Maybe they're on vacation.
And it's kind of like Doc Brown. Sometimes he's there in the Hollywood Boulevard area. Sometimes he's over closer to the car and the train in the expo area near Central Park. But anyway, now there's another couple photo spots you may want to consider. If you pop into the Five and Dime, inside there they have the electric chair that is left over from the Monster Cafe.
I love that chair.
It's a very cool chair. Plus, Frankenstein and the Bride are kind of hovering above you. Great place to take a quick photo. Creatures also.
They also
Five and
have
Dime.
Dracula and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
As you're moving out of Hollywood, I guess there's one more thing currently set up over there. We've got the horse from the Odyssey. They're kind of promoting the movie Odyssey. So we're not horsing around here. They've got the wooden horse. Makes a quick photo spot.
Yeah, and also across the street, right by the horror makeup show, you got a Hollywood sign.
Oh, you do that curved Hollywood sign.
You can take your picture, and sometimes during seasons they change it out.
They do, yep. And sometimes Beetlejuice is there. Or just he can be all over the place, kind of. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
All right, heading down the Central Park, that really nice tree-lined area where usually it's the best scare zone during HHN. There is one spot there you may want to consider. They have the statue of Lee Wasserman, who's kind of like, what would you say? He's
like the Walt Disney of Universal Studios.
He's kind of that kind of a character. Yep, and it'll say, or he's kind of the guy that got Universal going. Sometimes you will find Alex the Lion there in that central area taking some photos too. All right, so after you've taken a look at the wooden horse, you're going to head kind of into the Central Park area. There you've got an opportunity to get a really nice photo with the DeLorean, or what you call the
Jules Verne train.
Yeah, from one of the
Back to the Future Part 3.
There you go. All right, we're going to try something different here real quick before we move into the next land. We're going to try a bit of a commercial break. This is not a commercial break that ties us into any kind of money or anything like that.
No.
Instead, we're going to do a little promotion for what we like to call An
AI-cation.
Not a- Have you ever noticed that in the theme parks, sometimes there can be some kind of pricey experiences?
That I have noticed that.
Yeah, theme parks tend to be kind of spendy. For example, face painting, to get your face painted, it can be anywhere from 23 about to 27, $30, depending on what, yeah. So maybe instead of having that done, you might want to try AIing it. Just an idea. Or perhaps you decide, you know what, I'd like to go get an airbrush tattoo. They have those there. Airbrush tattoos run from $10 to $20, or if you want a henna tattoo on your arm or your face or whatever, those go from anywhere from $10 to $80.
Whoa, 80.
I know, $80.
Oh my gosh.
There's an AI version for that. What about hair beads or hair braiding? Have you seen those booths around?
I've seen those, yeah.
Those run at $4 an inch. Now, they did tell us that you have to have hair that's at least 5 inches long.
We don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have that. Mrs. Short and Stout does, but we don't. But if I wanted to get those wonderful hair braids, $4 an inch. Or there is the AI version.
Ah.
All right, commercial's done. Let's head back to work here. We are now heading into DreamWorks Land.
Yes.
DreamWorks Land is a fairly new land that they've added at Universal Studios. One of the things they have there right off the bat is you can get a great picture with Shrek, Fiona, Donkey at Shrek's Swamp. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or if you want, you can just kind of get a nice picture of yourself with the Shrek Swamp background.
I love how in that picture Shrek looks like he's photobombing you.
We absolutely did not know this is not an AI image. We did not know this until we got home and took a look at the pictures later. We had taken a picture of myself with Shrek's Swamp in the background, and when we looked at it, Shrek's photobombing me. There's nobody else. He's peeking around the corner. Honestly, that is not AI.
That's very funny.
It's really funny, yeah. Now, if you go farther back in, you can also get some pictures with the trolls are there sometimes. Gabby has a spot from Gabby's Playhouse.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Puss in Boots is there. Next coming up is Springfield, which of course you could take a picture with the Springfield sign, which is right there on the outskirts of town. Like you said, the Simpsons aren't in Simpsons Land. They're over in Hollywood Boulevard, but you've still got some kind of cool landmarks. You've got the Lard Lad Donut
there you go.
sign. Yeah, you've got Chief Wiggins.
Chief Wiggins' car, yep.
In his car, and Chief Wiggins, right?
Yeah.
The Jedediah Springfield statue has been missing for a long time. After you leave the Simpsons area, you're getting into the World Expo area. There you have the Men in Black ride. Now, in that area, there's not tons of photo opportunities. We do like to get a picture kind of almost as you're leaving the Men in Black ride. You're looking back at the sign and the building and the spaceships. That's where we think you get the best photo if you want a photo remembrance of the Men in Black alien.
There is a great opportunity for a photo opportunity. As you're leaving the ride, there's a giant blank wall that Universal has not done anything with.
Just a big gray wall. What would you put on that wall?
I would have like a criminal lineup thing of all different alien species, maybe some from the movies, and then you'd have two of the Men in Black guys holding their weapons
and maybe
side
Frank
by side.
the Pug down or up on a pedestal.
Yeah, that
Once
would be...
upon a time, you used to see Men in Black characters out, and even Frank the Pug for a photo, but we haven't seen him for a long time.
Yeah, just saying.
But
Make it happen, Universal.
Universal could really, it's a great big empty space. Yeah, it would be a great spot for a photo op. Anyway, all right, leaving the Men in Black area, we're heading over toward the Harry Potter Diagon Alley area. On the way, there is an opportunity to interact with or take a picture of Creature. He belonged to the Black family, is that?
Yes, that is correct.
What was
at Grimwald's place.
Yeah, Grimwald's place. They've got, if he appears in the window every so often. You will see people.
It's timed. It has nothing to do with interacting with the door.
I don't think so. You see people abusing that door all the time, but he just sort of appears every so often in the window just for a smidgen. All right. But also you have some great opportunities for photos with the night bus and the night bus driver. Also there's a kind of English style phone booth outdoors.
People don't even know what phone booths are anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's a very popular photo spot. Once you get into Diagon Alley, that whole place is a photo op. The shops and all kinds of stuff. But you do want to make sure you get a chance to take a picture with the dragon.
Of course.
And if you time it right, you can either get a picture or video of the dragon breathing some fire.
And of course the Weasley shop, especially with the little rabbit guy.
With the rabbit, and that's working again. Yeah. If you do venture into the darker part of Diagon Alley, you get back to Borgin and Burke's, which is it's so dark back there, it's tough for a picture, but they do have the Vanishing Cabinet in Borgin and Burke's and a lot of other cool props. All right, leaving the Harry Potter area, we are heading into San Francisco, which right now is the photo opportunity mecca for Universal Studios. Right now is the 51st anniversary of Jaws, and in that area they have got so much theming for you to take pictures with. They really do have so much. They've got the original, I believe it's the original sign from the Amityville boat tours, or the Amity boat tours, back when the Jaws ride existed. They have Bruce's always there, the shark hanging up there, so you can get a great photo with that. They have Quint's chair, fishing chair from the movie, along with a really cool mock-up of the back of the Orca, his boat.
They also have a mock-up of one of the tour boat things, right?
From the ride, from the Jaws ride, So that's an opportunity that's great to take pictures as well. All right, anyway, there's also inside the restaurant, they've got a booth set up of, if you remember in Jaws, the scene where they're at the table and they're showing each other their scars, kind of bragging about them. They've got that booth set up as well. Great photo opportunity. You're not supposed to sit and eat at the table, but it's a good place to take a picture, right? Also, they've got other photo ops like the kitchen where he was boiling the shark jaws.
And also outside they have the billboard for Amity Island too.
They do, yep, absolutely. And even in the candy store next door, they've got the big megalodon-looking shark jaws you can take a picture with.
Yeah.
All right, leaving the San Francisco area where you can take a lot of pictures. Moving into New York, you've got some cityscape backdrops, like back alleys and stuff, which are really cool to take
Would be
pictures.
Great for senior pictures.
It would be a great place, honestly. I don't know why more people don't go there taking senior pictures. You do have the mummies and things. You have both the Stiltwalker mummies that come out into the mummy ride foyer area, and you also have the female Egyptian. I thought it was a Nuxanamun, but they tell me it's not, so I don't know what her name is. But she's out there sometimes taking photos. If you go in the Sahara Trader gift shop, they've got some great mummy pictures you could take in there. The original Boris Karloff mummy's in there, and then they've got, I don't know, some other mummies and scary looking stuff in there you can take pictures with. If you go back out into New York again, stop in the Film Vault real quick. That is a little store kind of over around by the Transformers building. They have a really nice Ghostbusters ecto-containment unit that you can get a picture with, your hand on the handle. Of course, if you're right there by the Transformers, you're going to want to get a picture with Optimus Prime. You know, him pointing, I don't remember which way he seems to be pointing toward the Film Vault.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. But the Transformers Optimus Prime is out there for a great photo. And they do have character meet and greets with Optimus Prime. They have
Bumblebee
and
Megatron.
Megatron do make appearances out there.
Also in the New York area, you can get a picture with the stars of Secret Life of Pets.
Out of New York and going into Minions Land.
Yep.
Lots of photo opportunities here. Right now they are promoting the Minions and Monsters movie. Again, at the end of June. That comes out in the beginning of July. So we've got some inflatable monsters on a couple different buildings. One of them is on the Minions Cafe building. There's actually a couple of those little orange blobby eye guys. And one of them's got a minion stuck in it. Maybe they'll add more. And then over on the big Universal Studio store, they have another monster who's holding on to a minion.
Yep.
So good spots for a picture. And then if you go into the Minions Cafe, before you even get into the cafe, there is a great picture spot where you're doing a little painting and you sort of got a minion in there with you.
Little public service announcements.
Yeah.
If you notice that people are waiting there, please don't just sit there and look at your phone. People
it is
want
a
to take
bench.
a picture by it.
Yep, it is a bench, but it is a photo spot. And that's true of any of the photo spots. Like Quint's chair, we had to wait for quite a while to get a good picture of Quint's chair because someone was just sitting in the chair, just hanging out. So make sure you don't just kind of camp out in the photo spot areas. That kind of slows it down for everyone.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, there are some great Minion meet and greets right kind of a little farther down on the back side of the Minion Cafe. There is the Illumination Theater.
Yep.
Yep. It's very close to where they do the character meet and greet for Transformers.
That's right.
Yep. And they have, they'll be, the Minions sometimes will be there, Gru and his daughters. You got a good picture with Vector.
Vector, yeah.
Yeah. And also some characters from Sing.
Yeah.
Sometimes show up there. So, all right. Anything else you want to add to any of that stuff? All right. We are leaving Universal. We're going across the pond to Islands of Adventure. First thing you got to do is get the lighthouse.
Absolutely.
Got to get a picture with the lighthouse.
Got to get that.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you get into the port of entry in Islands of Adventure, there's lots and lots of picture opportunities there, right? You got to get a picture of both sides of the adventure begins and the adventure continues.
Yep.
Kind of a walk. You go under the bridge. On one side, you've got the adventure begins. On the other side, you have adventure continues.
There's also a lot of little vehicles you could take your picture with.
Climb on, get some pictures. Yep, absolutely. And just anywhere in the island's port of entry is a great place for lots of photos. So, all right, we're going to head to Seuss Landing first.
Okay.
So in Seuss Landing, again, the ride entrances are really done well with the Cat in the Hat ride and the Carousel. Great picture opportunities there. Otherwise, you do get to see some characters there, like
Cat in the Hat, Thing 1, Thing 2, Guy from Green Eggs and Ham, Grinch, and the Lorax.
Yeah, those guys all occasionally make appearances out in that area. So great picture opportunities. Plus, they have some vehicles too, I think, that you can kind of stand in or sit in and get some pictures.
And also, they have kind of a nice little picture opportunity of the Onceler's house, the Lorax statue, and the Truffula trees.
Oh, the beautiful Truffula trees.
They used to have little things going from the house so you could listen to the story, but I don't think they have that anymore.
All right. Now, heading into the Lost Continent, there's not tons to take pictures with there anymore.
Not anymore.
They still have the Griffin out front. You can get a picture with him while he's there, right?
He's still there.
And then also just the front and the back of the Mythos restaurant are pretty amazing. But other than that, there's just not a whole lot left. The fountain's gone, and other
much is gone.
It's just gone.
All right.
All right, Daniel, we're getting back to our AI-cation idea. Yeah. What if you wanted to play some of the games, the carnival games they have there at the park? Generally, they charge you about $30 for every 4 plays.
Oh, wow.
You could take your, chances, test your skill a little bit, or you could use AI and at least in a picture, take home a haul. Of prizes, I know, right? Or maybe you're like me and you're a little silly looking anyway, and you think to yourself, I might like to get myself one of those caricature drawings, Yeah. Those kind of start about $20 to $30 if you want color, and they go up from there depending on how many people are in the picture.
Whoa.
I know. Or you could use a little AI-cation and get yourself a beautiful caricature of yourself that you can take home and show off to your friends.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds like a pretty cheap deal. All right, so we're heading out of the Lost Continent. We're going to go into this part of Harry Potter, the Hogsmeade Village. Here you've got the train and the conductor.
Hogwarts
I feel
Express.
so bad for the conductor because that has got to be the heaviest costume outside at Universal. But anyway, the Hogwarts, it'd be nice to the conductor. Hogwarts Express and the conductor. The village itself is just a huge photo opportunity.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. You've got great views of the castle from a couple different angles. Anyway, great pictures of the castle, both front view and then the bridge is open again, so you can get great pictures of the castle from the side.
Yeah.
But also in the village, there is the Hogsmeade Snowman. Don't forget to get a picture with that. Pretty cool. All right. Also, I guess I should say, if you want to get a really good picture of Hagrid's hut, there's a couple rides, either if you're in the line for the Hippogriff, or if you go on Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, you can get great pictures of Hagrid's hut.
Yep. And if you go inside the Hog's Head, you can get a good picture of the interactive boar's head there.
that's in there. That's kind of fun to watch and interact with.
Yeah.
All right, heading into Jurassic Park.
Gotta get a picture of the archway.
Yeah, the archway itself is a great photo opportunity. Usually you don't get all 4 of the flames going, but if you get 2 flames going, you're doing pretty well. There are 2 great dinosaur photo spots. One with the Ford vehicle that was the electric vehicle from the tour. And then another one is a Jeep. Now the Jeep is currently gone, but I would imagine they'll try to get that back before summer. I don't know.
Hopefully.
But yeah, you got a good T-Rex picture, and then what is the Spinosaurus?
Spinosaurus, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, in the Discovery Center, now the river ride is gone, but in the gift shop for that
Jurassic Outfitters, yeah.
the Jurassic Outfitters, thank you. You got a couple great photo opportunities. One with a Triceratops. One, if you're the lawyer sitting on the toilet in the first movie, you can take that picture. And then there's another one where you can sit behind the Jeep, and through their picture program, it will fill in the background, so you're being chased by a T-Rex.
I also like the one where you're pushing the buttons for the power.
Oh yeah,
thing.
the power supply.
Yeah, I love that one.
Absolutely. And then in the actual Discovery Center, they've got a great photo op for the dinosaurs, famously hanging from the ceiling, the dinosaur skeletons. And then there's lots of stuff below in the kids area you can get some photo ops with. All right, leaving Jurassic Park, now we're heading into Toon Lagoon. Get a picture with the sign, the big thought bubble sign. Great place to get a picture. Otherwise, one of my favorite things there is the Marmaduke. I think sometimes people walk by, they have no idea what it is.
No idea what it is.
It looks like Marmaduke going up the side of a building with a rope hanging down. You're supposed to take a picture with that, turn the picture sideways, and it looks like Marmaduke is just taking you flying on a walk. Great picture opportunity. There's also, of course, the Popeye statue. You get back to Wimpy's, there's a big pile of burgers you can take a picture with. We talked about the Me Ship, the Olive, and all those photo opportunities in another video, but lots of great stuff. The Sweet Haven sign, all kinds of stuff there. And there's lots of other little props around in the Toon Lagoon.
Absolutely.
Okay, moving through there, by the way, you do also occasionally see Popeye and Olive Oil out in Toon Lagoon.
Yeah.
They would be the characters to see there.
And occasionally Betty Boop.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, going into Marvel Superhero Island. Again, the place is kind of like a photo op. There is just so much bright and color and superhero dioramas and stuff everywhere. And then lots and lots of characters. Who are we going to meet there?
You're going to meet Captain America. You're going to meet Wolverine. You're going to meet Spider-Man. You're going to meet Rogue and Storm from X-Men. You're going to meet Green Goblin. And, of course, Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom himself, absolutely. And the Spider-Man one is an indoor one, so it's a nice, they put a background behind you and stuff. So anyway, lots and lots of stuff there. Don't miss there is a superhero landing spot.
Oh, yeah.
Also in Marvel Superhero Island where you can get a good picture. And also there's like a big metal plate in the ground that makes a pretty cool photo opportunity also. Kind of like a drain cover, but it's pretty cool.
Also, there are some great props right by the Doctor Doom Fear Fall. There's like a bank car that's having a safe loaded into it. And also by the Fantastic Four restaurant, there's their hover vehicle that they have. That's really cool.
That you can sit in, yep. And of course, there's you can get a picture of the Hulk coaster figure standing by that. Great places. Anyway, those are just some ideas to get you going on photo opportunities for Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Well, I hope you take advantage of taking so many photos, because really when you leave a vacation, you take with you your memories, and your photos are the things that are going to prompt those memories. So until next time, get those cameras ready. Take care.